Peace and blessings, Sky Big C, King Amir, coming at you live and direct, man. And yeah, man, today I wanna I just want to come on here for one. I got some music that's hot in the motherfucker. Y'all need to go check out my music on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. All digital outlets. It's called Next to Kin, Next to Kin. I have a single out right now called God's Hands. And if you go to YouTube, you go check that God's Hand out. It's smacking. You know what I'm saying? And then I also have a couple songs with my brother. My brother recently passed away. His name is Zoe the Roaster, Lorenzo Hall, out of Oakland, California. You guys go check out that music, listen to that, and we some OGs coming back into the game for our 30-year anniversary of our first album, which was called Next to Kin Ghetto Poetry. If you YouTube Next to Kin Ghetto Poetry on that's NEXT to KIN. If you Google that or go to YouTube, you can listen to some classic underground hip hop. We made those albums. We used to be in the streets. And a lot of people say that, but the streets in the 80s and the 90s was different. It was another world. So we was hustlers, especially in Oakland, the city of pimps and max and ballers. You know what I'm saying? We had a very exciting younger life. So we rapped about a lot of stuff that we grew up seeing and that we grew up around, and the Ghetto Poetry album was an underground classic. If you go listen to that album, you understand where we're coming from. A lot of stuff was based on reality, like A Plot to Stop Mr. Piggy. My brother was incarcerated at 18 years old for shooting up an investigator's car, and he was known for being heated, not in the streets. I was a hustler. That's all I did, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to leave it at that. But I eventually got out to life in 1998, and my brother, he was incarcerated in Pelican Bay, where I think it was 99, I was watching TV, and I seen a big riot that happened to Pelican Bay, and my brother, I knew he got hands, and I knew for some reason it involved him. So, because I was a mess in prison, you know what I'm saying? So I was one of them guys, he was associated with the with them people up in there, from the Bay, and he was pushing the line. So I kind of knew that he had something to do with that. And I'm looking at the Channel 2 News. I'll never forget, I was drinking a quart of beer. And I say, damn, my brother, I was worried about him. So they had called my mom and told him that, he got injured, he got stabbed about 15 times. But they was like slice wounds, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't really, I think they got him on the neck, they got him on the back of the head, they got him in the arm, a couple of different places. But the reason they couldn't get him, because he was knocking motherfuckers out. He was beating 15 of them on him, and he was giving them the business, and that's one of the scary moments I had of my brother being in prison. But about 5 years late, during that time, I hadn't seen him for 5 years, and I was in prison too. I went to prison soon after that, and I went to the same prison he went to. I remember I was in San Quentin in West Block, and the guy came and got me. They come get you late at night, and you take off your clothes and put on a jumpsuit, and they take you somewhere. But the dude who told me, he said, man, you're going to Pleasant Valley. So I was like, yeah, my brother in Pleasant Valley. So, he was in level 4 in Pelican Bay, but his points had went down, so he went to Pleasant Valley. He was in level 3. So I ended up going to level 3 with my brother to Pleasant Valley. I was supposed to go to level 1, but I requested, hey man, if my brother's in level 3 yard, I ain't seen him in 5 years, send me the level 3 yard. So they sent me to the level 3 yard and with my brother Zoe. And that was like a family reunion. We was kicking it up in there. And then we eventually became Sally's. So we had, man, boxes of food. It was like the Goodfellas, like the movies, you know what I'm saying? My wife was coming, kicking down the doors. His wife was kicking down the door. They were sending us boxes. And that's the time when I told myself I'm never coming back to prison, because I had changed my life. I just had to do that time. So that's the time I went to prison. I told my brother, I said, man, you need to reinvent yourself and grow some dreads, because I was bald headed in prison. So Zoe eventually grew his dreads, and his dreads, right, came way down here, you know what I'm saying? Way down here to his stomach. So I went I went back for a violation, and my cousin Jamani was making a studio, and my brother had got out. He acting a fool in the streets. So my cousin Jamani Robinson had made a studio for Next to Kin, so us to put our music back together, right? And I was writing in prison, so I was gonna come home and get down. You know what I'm saying? So one day, my partner, Dom G, he was in H Unit. I was on the ranch in San Quentin. And Dom G, because we used to send people, we used to actually throw, it was a crew that went out into the world and they worked on the freeway. And my cousins used to meet them and get them like water bottles with vodka and gin and weed and all kind of stuff, and they used to bring it back in, right? So we used to put it in tennis balls and go. My partner would watch the tower, and we'd throw the tennis balls over the H Unit over the fence to my partner Big Hyphen Dom G, right? So Dom G them, they could always communicate with us. So one day, my partner Bean came and told me, man, Dom G wants you at the fence. So I went to the fence, and Dom was like, man, Chris, you need to call home. They say your cousin Jamani got killed, right? So I'm like, man, that's one of my favorite cousins, man. So I call home. My mama tell me that Money got killed. She crying. Shit, I'm crying on the phone. You know what I'm saying? And I told myself, man, fuck rap. I'm not rapping no more. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't get killed over no rap shit. It was some street shit. But he was making that studio, and out of the protests of the street shit, I was like tired of all that stupid shit. I said, man, fuck rap, man. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna do this. Get me a job. I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up doing that. I stopped rapping. That was 2007. I got out in 2008, and I got employed, and I worked for that people I worked for like 10 years, off and on 15 years. And that's how I got my career in social services started, working with people as case manager, social service provider in the community. I felt like I was giving back to the community, and it helped me in my professional life, helped me stay out of prison. I got off parole, you know what I'm saying? And I was able to go on to work for the county of San Mateo. I got sworn in by the county and by the sheriffs and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is a big turnaround, you know what I'm saying? And also it just helped my life a whole lot. I was able to help a lot of people. So fast forward to the day, my brother, he was producing a lot of music. He had the Silverback Entertainment with my nephews, Only Enzo, and a bunch of, Zoe put out a lot of good music. He was putting out his own music. And he was like, Chris, man, you should come back in the studio. And I'd come in and mess around, but I never got serious with it until recently when I say, well, it's been 30 years, you know what I'm saying? And I stopped drinking and smoking. See, I used to drink and smoke a lot, you know what I'm saying? So I've been cool. I ain't drinking, smoking like a year, right? So I've been feeling a lot better, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff that the trauma that we grew up with, I addressed, and I got back to my natural self, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, man, I'm about to fuck with this music again, man. So right now, we're making a 30-year commemorative anniversary album for Next to Kin. The original music we put out in 1993, Ghetto Poetry, and it's raw. You know what I'm saying? I ain't lost a step. I still got it. I got some songs that I did with my brother before he got really sick to where he couldn't, record anymore. So we're gonna put those songs that we did with Zoe on there. I got some songs that I'm working on. I just made one last night commemorating Zoe and honoring Zoe, and it's a motherfucking banger. Me and my cousin Nutso the Outlaw. Nutso used to mess with Pac, so Nutso one of them heat throwers. I got a bunch of cats that I'm gonna get on there. Mr. Fab. I'm trying to get a lot of people on there, man. My boy, Brother Broski from the Bay, my nephew Only Enzo and Mark J. They're gonna be on there. My brother J Mo from the top 28. Murder Dubs, Under Surveillance. He gonna be up on there. I'm trying to get a bunch of heavy hitters to step in and fill the void that my brother left. But I could do this myself, so it's gonna get done. But we're having a memorial for Zoe. The album is gonna come out August 20th, Black August. August 20th, that commemorate Jonathan Jackson and George Jackson. You know what I'm saying? When Jonathan went to go get his bigger brother out, Marin County Courthouse, look that up. You know what I'm saying? This Bay history. So we're gonna memorialize Zoe June 25th at the San Leandro Marina. My brother, he was an honorable man. He died like a man. It was like 30 family members at the hospital when Zoe died. So we was all around Zoe. Zoe was alive. The hour before he passed away, he made the choice to take the pain medicine to go into the last stages of life because he was in too much pain. His kidneys had failed him. His liver started failing him. And but Zoe was laughing. The kind of guy my brother was, he was laughing and joking and serious and calling shots all the way up until he died. You know what I'm saying? Like I asked him, Zoe, what do you want us to do with this? He'd tell me, you know what I'm saying? He said, Chris, give me some watermelon juice, because we had some watermelon juice. His mouth was hurting. And I'd give him the little cup and pour it in his mouth. And he just was, he was a man, man. I ain't never seen no shit like that. My brother fought death for 3 days with his kidneys failing, his liver failing, and he was in hell of pain, but he was staying around for us because the whole family was there, his kids, and when he passed away, it was crazy because, Zoe had them long dreads. He was laying there, and we put the blanket over him and set him up. And he was like a king, man. Everybody just was around him. I was like, bruh, was a fucking real king. You know what I'm saying? He didn't cry. He wasn't scared. He was serious about what he was doing. He told him when he, like an hour before he died, they said he was in so much pain. He said, yeah, I'm going to give me the medication to get him out that pain. And he said, okay, give me some watermelon juice and then give me the medication. So we gave him some juice. Then they started letting him, IV that medication into him, and he went out. So after he went out, his body was so damaged that they start taking him off the machines and shit, the heart machine, because he died from congestive heart failure. You know what I'm saying? They start taking him off the machines, and then after they took him off the machines, he just took his last breath, and he was gone. Strongest shit I ever seen in my life, man. My brother was a soldier. and we got big ass hands, right? So I shook his hand like a week before he passed. I said, bro, what you want to do? You know, if you get really, if it get really bad. He said, man, we're gonna fight to the end. And I looked at his hand big as mine, and my hand, and I thought, man, well, shit, we've been doing that all our life. You know what I'm saying? So he put up a good fight, man, and you know, it's lessons in that, you know what I'm saying? I learned so many lessons in that those 2-3 days of my brother's last days on this earth of strength. You know what I'm saying? We complain about a lot of shit. You know, bruh just was wishing that he had a little bit more time with his kids, man. You know, all this gangster shit this nigga's doing out here, bruh was really into his children, and he wished that he had a little more time with his kids. But he left them some cool, so they gonna be all right. And you know, they got us. We gonna make sure they all right. But yeah, we gonna memorialize Zoe Sunday. And it's gonna be big. You know, if you're in the Bay Area, come to San Leandro Marina. If you respect and love Zoe, come to San Leandro Marina. If you love our music or been a fan of our music, or if you just you want to honor my brother, come to the San Leandro Marina. It's gonna be some soldiers out there on security. You know what I'm saying? So there ain't gonna be no shit. We got kids and elders that's gonna be out there. It's gonna be some real revolutionary shit going on. But we're gonna have music. We got a stage. We got performers that's gonna perform. Mr. Fab is gonna be the host. We got a bunch of people that's gonna come through and entertain, and it's gonna be a lot of food. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. And Zoe said, "Hey man, y'all party." He didn't want no funeral. He said, "I don't want no funerals. Y'all just throw a party for me, man." And that's what we're gonna do. So next to kin, man, long live Zoe the Roaster, man. Long live my brother, man. You know, and that's my younger brother. There'll never be another. Been around me all we've been together all our lives. Same father, same mother. And I'm gonna miss him. So with that said, time for my old ass to hit the hay. You know? God bless y'all, man. Y'all tune in. Check out that Next to Kin, man. Check out Next to Kin and the legacy. It's gonna be a Zoe got a book called The Fly on the Wall, Lorenzo Hall, The Fly on the Wall. Check out his book. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be promoting some of that stuff on my site, on my page, and on my social media. But it's a hell of a story, you know. So be 2 life sentences. One, he represented himself, fired his lawyer, beat 3 strikes, sued the police, and won. He was a dynamic dude, turned his life around and became a business owner and a music producer, and was loved at the end, you know what I'm saying? But they were scared of his ass in the early days. But everything worked out right because Allah is the best of those who plan. You plan and I plan, but Allah is the best of those who plan. So, peace and blessings, man. Town business. This is your guy, King Amir. You guys have a blessed evening. One love. I'm out.